Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going over the pros and cons of Auburn, California. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, before I get started, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and ding that notification bell because I got new videos coming out for you every single week. And also, me and my wife, we are real estate agents, and as much as we love giving information about Sacramento and Sacramento Metro, we love actually selling your houses and finding your dream home. So if you are moving to the area or if you're looking to sell, please leave a comment, hit that 15-minute Zoom. We'd love to help you out on your journey. Now, getting into the pros and cons for Auburn, California. All right, so first pro is gotta be my favorite, the breweries. You got my favorite brewery out there, and that's gonna be Moonraker. We were just out there, great vibes. They always have a food truck or two out there for you. Great little spread area. You can have the whole family out there. And then probably a little bit more known brewery is gonna be Knee Deep. You can find those guys, I know for sure, all up and down California. Not sure if they're in other states yet. But other than that, those are just two of probably the most popular places. There are a ton of different breweries up there, which gets me to my next pro. It's got to be their downtown area. Surprisingly enough, one, they've got a lot of the little brew houses in the downtown area, a lot of boutique shopping, and then also, a lot of people don't know, but Auburn has some of the best food around. So if you're looking for good food, check out Auburn, even if you're just passing through there. Another big pro out there is going to be also the outdoors. I mean, we're in the foothills, so you've got some of the best hiking out there. You've got trailheads left and right. You got fishing, you got white water rafting. Anything that your heart desires with outdoor sports, you're gonna find it in the Auburn area, and that's a huge pro for some people. Now, again, being up there, probably a little bit of a con is because of the outdoors, you do have some allergies that you're going to have to deal with. I don't find them too bad. I actually find when you get into like the Roseville, Rockland area, you're gonna probably have a little bit more triggers on your allergies than being up there. But it is something to note that when you do get up there, you may have some allergies that arrive. Another thing that a lot of people enjoy, and this could be a pro or a con, is gonna be the kind of the relaxed lifestyle out there. Whether you're, driving around and trying to get somewhere faster, you just know you're probably gonna have to slow down a little bit, or even if you hire somebody to do a job out there, it does take a little bit longer to do it, but with that I also say there's a little bit better quality of work when that gets done. But the relaxed lifestyle, the slower paced lifestyle, if you enjoy it, you're really gonna love that Auburn life. If you're somebody who's a little bit more fast paced, somebody who needs a little bit more action, I guess, in their life, you're gonna probably wanna be down the hill a little bit more into that Roseville, Rockin, Lincoln type area. For a con, one of the cons I'd probably say being up there is you are no longer on, like, say, the Roseville grid. You're not on SMUD like you're in Sacramento. You're actually going to be back on PG&E. So two things with that. One, your bill, do expect it to be a little bit higher than if you were in like the SMUD district or Roseville grid. Also with that, you are in those foothills again, so you could get some of those PG&E shutoffs. I've got a lot of clients up there. Most of them don't experience it. I do have some that are a little bit more on the outskirts. They have had to deal with some of those PG&E shutoffs. Usually not too long, because there's not, where most of the houses are, a lot of the neighbors, a lot of the owners out there, they really do keep the trees trimmed and the area cleaned up, so they don't get too much of it, but do expect it from here and there. Another con, and I don't even know if this is actually a con, some people really love it, other people just don't understand it, I think, is gonna probably be, you're going to be on propane, you're going to be on a septic tank, you possibly could also be on a well living out in that area. Really not too much to worry about there, but one of the things that I've always heard of is, especially with women, if you're someone who likes to do stuff to your hair, dye, stuff like that, using that well water, the minerals in it, which are actually good for you, I've actually heard that it will mess with some of the coloring. So just know that if you end up moving out there, you start showering in using that well water, and you go back down to have your hair done, you may end up having a little bit of a subtle color difference. Other than that, I really enjoy it, especially the well water. It's a lot cleaner, tastes better. A lot of filtration systems they've got out there. For the propane, usually everybody in the neighborhood, if you want to call it that, everybody is actually using the same propane company. So they'll usually go out there, they'll fill up all the tanks at one time. With that, most people are going to be renting the tanks, so that way as they get older, the companies will come out and just trade them out. I do have a couple of clients that actually own the propane tanks, but really not that expensive at the end of the day. Another pro, I would say, and again, this could be pro or con for some people, it does snow out there. Now, if you're out there, they call it like that uh-oh snow, right? It hits, there's a nice little blanket of snow. It's usually gone by the afternoon because it heats up enough. They are at times going to get a little bit heavier of a snow, but it seems like as it's been getting warmer out there, we're not seeing that snow stick very long if it does come down. Some people really love it. A lot of the locals that have been up there for years actually miss it because it used to snow a lot more up there. But just caution, if you do move up there, there may be some days where it does get a little bit chillier, and here comes the snow. Another pro I've got to say is if you're going to be moving to Auburn, one of the big things you're looking for is going to be some acreage. So they've got plenty of that, and actually where they're sitting in the foothills, for the most part, most of these properties are going to be flatter land or semi-flat. So really, I like it just because if you're going to buy land, it's one of the biggest factors in pricing the house later on is if you have some good flat land where you can have animals and horses, stuff like that out there, you're usually going to get that higher price point later on when you go to sell. So it's really large lots of land out there that you can actually grab onto. Con to that though is being out in those foothills again and being a little bit more in the outskirts is the internet. A lot of folks are now working from home. So as we're out there, we're looking for a house for you. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Internet out there might just be a little bit slower. Most part, there's pretty good companies out here. I've actually had a couple clients that have had to do some trickery with some cell phones and plugins. I don't get the whole thing, but if it's something that we run into, I've got some connections that we can talk to about what you can do to kind of get past that and still get some good internet, but it's not going to be like if, again, you're back into the city or the actual metro area of the Sacramento area. And then I would say probably the last, which kind of depends on who you are. Probably a con for most. Say if you are a younger generation, you're probably not going to enjoy the nightlife out there. There are some great bars, but for the most part, there's not much of a nightlife out there. So just keep that in mind. But that's the great part about having kids, being a little bit older out there or starting a family. It's perfect because it's actually a family community and you're not having to deal with that nightlife, right? Other than that, if you are craving that nightlife and you are someone who enjoys it, whether young or old, do remember you're not too far away from one Roseville that probably has a little bit better nightlife, but really, again, you're 40 minutes, 45 minutes max from downtown Sacramento. So if you're craving it, you can hit up downtown Sacramento. You got plenty of nightlife there, and then come on back up, or even we've had people just stay the night there and then come back up the next day. Last but not least is got to be the traffic as a pro. There is, again, slower life pace out there, but Auburn is so spread out, and they already have a lot of the streets, the main roads built out so well that you're really never going to get into any sort of traffic jams up there. The flow is pretty good. Now, con-wise, if you're going to be driving down or doing some commuting, I wouldn't really move up to the Auburn area. It's not going to be the greatest thing for you because at that point, you're driving through the Roseville, Rockland area. Then you also have to deal with going through Sacramento to get wherever you're at. So commuting-wise, I would never do it. I would never recommend it. But if you're moving up there, just traffic-wise, local traffic, it's spread out so much. The businesses and the shopping is spread out so much too that you're really never going to have any kind of traffic jam. I've been up there a million times and we've never hit a traffic jam ever. So that's it for Auburn, California. Those are your pros and cons. Like I said, your pros are really gonna outweigh those cons. Auburn's just one of those places. It's a beautiful place. You got some nice views out there. You're really gonna love it. Again, if you are looking for a little bit faster paced lifestyle, it's not gonna be the place for you. But if you want that slower pace, you want some more land, you want to get to know the neighbors a little bit more, you're gonna love it up there. A lot of our clients that have gone up there, once they get up there, they never leave. I guess one of the last things up there is there's not a ton of shopping, but there's enough boutiques for people that, and they get so used to it up there that when they actually have to just say drive, because shopping's not too far, it's right there in Roseville, they drive down, they want to get in and get back out as soon as possible just because they enjoy their community so much. Other than that, guys, hopefully I gave you everything you need on this pros and cons video. If you need more information about Auburn or some of the surrounding areas in Auburn, please let me know. Leave a comment. Go ahead and send us an email, throw us a text, call us. We always got that 15-minute Zoom if you guys need to discover a certain area a little bit more. But love helping you guys out, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.